Hi, Vince. Leonard here from Financier SEO. Just came across your website and saw some opportunities that you could leverage to really help boost your site rankings and your overall web presence. So there are three things that I'm going to focus on for this video. The first is your website. So going over different on-page factors and just conversion optimization factors. The second thing, I'll take a look at some of the more technical elements of your website as they relate to SEO and how you can improve those for a better rankings and a better user experience. And then the last part, I'm going to focus on your off-page SEO, namely your citations, business listings, and backlinks. So I'll start here. As you can see, I'm on your website. So let's start with the home page. So overall, I really like the design of your website. Very clean, very easy to find what you're looking for. Um, one thing to consider to boost the trust, the credibility, and really to be more personable with your potential clients is to include some type of welcome video. It can either be you or someone from your team. Welcome them to the website, and then just maybe giving them the elevator pitch about your company and what you do and the value you provide your clients. So as far as SEO, there are a few things I want to focus on here. So the first thing is you see here this box that just popped up. That's called your page title, or in other words, your title tag. And I see here that you have a lot of important elements here. You include your fee-only CFP financial advisor, you include your location, and you include your firm name. So my recommendation here, I would change the order of these. So for your home page, I would put your firm name first, so Intelligent Capital Works, and then I would put the little pipe symbol. And then for the second part, I would simplify this a bit. So maybe something like uh, financial fee only financial advisor for Scottsdale and Phoenix, or you want to make sure that it targets both what you offer clients, which is financial advisory as a fee only independent, and you want to make sure that it targets the location, so Scottsdale and Phoenix. I would say if Phoenix or Scottsdale, if they're one of those have the priority, only include that in your title tag, and then somewhere here on your website you can mention that you also serve the other area. But definitely, I would work on those title tags not only for this page but for your other pages of your website. This is important for two reasons. First, the title tag is one of the first thing that Google reviews when looking at websites. They're robots. They scan their websites, and the title tag. They use the title tag to figure out what that web page is about. So you want to make sure that's clean and it targets what it needs to target. The second thing, so when someone Googles something, so I'll actually look up some other advisors and another on the East Coast. You can see here the title tag is this right here. So you can see for this particular firm, it's Gordon Financial. And when someone's looking at different, search results, let's say they're looking for a financial advisor in the Phoenix Scottsdale area, you want to make sure that you convey that you're a fee-only financial advisor and that you're also based in Scottsdale and Phoenix. And you want to do it in the format that I mentioned so that Google can easily read what your website is about. And that's the title tag for the homepage. One other thing that you want to look at, you'll probably notice this not secure message here. So this pretty much tells me that your website isn't using what's called a SSL certificate. And really this tells Google and this tells users that you have a secured encrypted website. So even though it doesn't look like you're selling products, it doesn't look like you're taking credit card information from site visitors, having this message, that being one of the first things they see on your website, It's not great for your building trust. They probably never heard of your firm, and then one of the first things they see when they land on your site is this not secure message. So just from a trust standpoint, I would definitely encourage you to get a SSL certificate. With my hosting program, that's something that I include at no extra charge to you. But definitely, I recommend that not only from that trust perspective, but also as time goes on, Google will start using that as a ranking factor. So, definitely something you want to jump ahead of the curve on. Now, I do like that you're segmenting out your services pages into different pages. So, for example, you have a page for retirement planning, one for investment management, and one for financial life management. So I'll say the only thing here again, clean up your title tag. So for this page and all other pages except your home page, maybe have something like retirement planning, Phoenix, Arizona, or retirement planning, Phoenix and Scottsdale, and then have the little pipe symbol and your firm name, Intelligent Capital Works. I will also say this download here, try to make this more prominent. I kind of have to go in here and find it, but maybe make sure that's at the further at the top, because when people land on your website, they're reading your content in an F-shaped pattern. So let's say they landed on the retirement planning page. You read across, you have your number and your location. That's great. And then they read some more. You want that download to be in this area somewhere. So that's definitely something I will look at. And then lastly, for your website, I highly encourage you to uh, put together some type of blog, even if it's only once a month. And the pushback I get a lot of the times, people tell me I don't have time to create a blog. Well, you have options. You can go out there and hire a agency like mine. We specialize in content marketing for financial advisory firms. You can also, if you have someone on your team who does a lot of research on the different services that you offer, you can do what's called content creation. So basically, let's say for this week you wanted to focus on um, planning for your retirement. And in that curated article, you could pull three snippets from trusted sources that put out articles either last week or this week about retirement planning, and maybe something that's a little ahead of the curve. So not your boilerplate typical advice, but somebody took a unique angle on something related to retirement planning, and you can have three or four of those articles, and then at the top of that article, you can include your commentary, which can be just a paragraph long. And that's a great way for you to add content on your website, get more pages out there indexed on Google, giving your website more opportunities to be found. But also for your current clients, you can continue to educate them on what's going on in these different realms of financial services. So you could, have a theme of investment management, a theme of retirement planning, and a theme of financial life management. And yeah, that's really would be my focus areas for your website. Now, transitioning into some of the more technical issues. So I ran your website through Google's mobile friendly test, and great news, it is mobile friendly. So that you're definitely ahead of the curve there. Mobile friendliness is definitely going to be a large ranking factor moving forward. And it's not all about ranking, it's also about the user experience. So let's say someone lands on your website and they are on a mobile phone or a tablet. And let's just say your website wasn't mobile friendly. Well, that's going to give them a bad experience. And, if they become too frustrated, they might just exit your website and go to one of your competitors. So you don't want to risk that happening. Now, the next page I'm looking at here is your PageSpeed Insights report. And you can see here, basically this tool, it takes your website URL and then it gives it a score based on how fast that website or web page loads. And you can see here it provides a separate score for desktop and for mobile. And you can see here, this is out of a scale of 100, and you have a 62 for desktop and a 43 for mobile. So definitely some area for improvement there. Ideally, I like to see these scores at least in the 80 to 85 range at a minimum. So if we were to work together, this would be one of my top priorities when starting your campaign, really improving the website speed. This can definitely help with your rankings as well. Now, Google, they provide these lists of recommendations, but if you're looking for that one fix that's going to give you 80% of the desired result, then I highly recommend that you consider changing your hosting for your website. I've seen when clients they change their hosting, these scores can boost by 30 or 40 points overnight. And that's definitely something to recommend. The hosting companies that I use for our clients, they are highly preferred hosting companies, and definitely you'll get the best website speeds that are possible. So that's your the technical issues for your website. Lastly, I'm going to look at your off-page SEO, and I'm going to start with your citations and business listings. So your citations, these are really just listings on important websites that really lend credibility to your business. And so these are major websites like Facebook, Google Plus, also called Google My Business, Yelp, Bing, and there are several others here. And you're actually doing very well. You see, you have a score of 92, and that's on a scale of 100. So there's just a few issues that you need to clean up, and you can have that really high score. So the first thing, you want to clean up some of these incomplete listings. And I see here you're missing pictures on some listings. You might be missing some business category information. And so this is what would be on my list of to-dos if we were to work together. Definitely clean up these issues. And then there are some inconsistencies. So it looks like for many of these listings, they're missing your website URL, which is usually a required field. So definitely want to make sure that those listings include your website URL. One interesting thing I'm seeing here, I noticed this listing. So your business is listed as ICW Investment Advisors LLC, but this is how it's listed in Google, Intelligent Capital Works. And really the issue here is using the same address, but you have a different business name. So you definitely want to avoid issues like this because not only does it confuse Google, it confuses potential clients. And Google, they definitely want to return the best search results to their users as possible. And little things like this might not seem very important, but they can be the differentiator between you ranking at the top in a local three pack or ranking on page 2 or 3. So definitely would be an area of focus for me. Now, lastly, I'll look at your backlinks. So I have plugged in your website URL along with some of your competitors in the Scottsdale and Phoenix area. And I've sorted this by referring domains. So really what I'm looking at here is how many websites are linking back to your website. And the easiest way to think about this, referring domains and backlinks, let's go back to high school and let's say that you ran for high school class president and your best friend, they voted for you 100 times. Whereas with your opponent, they had 100 friends that voted for them once each. Well, obviously, your opponent, they're going to win because those 100 votes from 100 different people are weighted more heavily than your best friend's 100 votes. And it works the same way with backlinks. So you can think of referring domains as your friends online and your backlinks as the votes that your friends give you. So you can see here, looking at Vista Wealth, they have 26 friends online or referring domains, and those 26 friends have sent them 71 votes or backlinks back to their website. You're actually number two here. You have 17 friends, and those 17 friends are sending you 43 backlinks. So you definitely want to make sure you catch up with Vista Wealth. You at least want to have more referring domains than they do. And you might be wondering, okay, if you have more referring domains than Simas.com and United CP, why are they outranking you? And there could be a range of reasons why. Backlinks are only a small part. Well, I wouldn't say a small part, they're actually a major part, but they're only a part of your Google rankings. Some of the other issues I mentioned, like optimizing your site tags, fixing your page speed issues, fixing the issues with your business listings and citations, also play a major part. Another thing is content freshness, so that's why a blog is very important. But you also have to think this is where backlink building can become very nuanced. So let's say, for example, there's a local blogger in Scottsdale and they link back to you from their blog. Well, that's great. You have a great backlink from a local blogger, so it has geo relevance. But let's say one of your competitors that has fewer referring domains, they get a backlink from a website like entrepreneur.com or forbes.com or the New York Times. Well, all of those publications most likely have more readers and more followers than that local blog in Scottsdale. And for that reason, those websites have more trust, more authority in Google's eyes. And so those backlinks from those websites are weighted more heavily. And so that's really getting into the nitty gritty. For this video, I'm not going to do that depth of research. But just so you know, backlinks and referring domains are a big part of Google's ranking algorithm. And you can definitely, this would be one of my areas to work on once we fix some of these other issues, is helping your website get more relevant. So backlinks that are related to financial advice, financial services, retirement planning, investment management, and also that are geo-relevant. So from websites in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area. And I think that will really help your rankings and your backlink profile. So that brings me to the end of the video. Again, my name is Leonard Parker. I am the owner of Financier SEO. We are based in Houston, Texas, but I have team members from all over the world. And even though SEO is in the brand name, we definitely focus on more than just that. We also offer social media marketing, pay-per-click advertising, email marketing, and we also build lead generation funnels for our financial services clients. We focus solely on financial advisors and independent financial advisors specifically. I've been in the digital marketing industry for about 6 or 7 years now, but really only in the past 7 months or so have focused solely on financial advisors. And, people always ask, what's the why behind your business? Well, I'm in my late 20s and I saw how becoming financially literate at an early age really helped set myself up to where, I could attend college while, living in debt. I was able to start my own business without much financial backing. So I really think, and just sharing that gift with my family and people younger than me, I think it's definitely a gift that just keeps on giving. And I found a Financier SEO for the sole intention of not only helping advisors reach more clients, but really helping them bring that gift of financial literacy to the individuals, the families, and the businesses who really need it. So that's really my why. So I hope this video has been helpful. I have included a button at the bottom of this page, the green button. I would love to meet with you sometime soon to discuss anything that you have questions on in this video, and really just learn more about your firm, Intelligent Capital Works, uh, and really understand your background, the value that you're offering clients, and what have your experiences been with digital marketing, and of course any potential opportunities where we could work together and I can help you add more value for your firm and really increase your assets under management. So thank you for watching the video, Vince, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.